Tour de France! The bikes should be here soon, man. Are you excited? Yeah, I guess so. It's just... the Tour de France is so commercialized now, and the bikes are so high-tech, it doesn't feel French anymore.
Red one! Baguettes! Cigarettes! Red one! Baguettes! Cigarettes!
Okay, it's still a little French. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at Tour de France for the Vectrex. This version is published by VectrexMulti.com. Tour de France comes in a professionally printed box with a manual, screen overlay, and what seems to be a recycled cartridge. Although I've had this one for a while, and I believe they're using new cartridges now. Also included is a sticker sheet and a card with the history of the game that includes the original sketch of the proposed overlay and the 3 different proposed logo designs. This is actually a prototype originally programmed in 1983 by GCE, but never got an official release back in the day. Were Vectrex owners missing out? Let's see. Starting up your console, we get a brief title screen followed by our choice of number of players and game mode. Game 1 is a basic track at the standard difficulty level, and Game 2 is the challenging track, with more road hazards and more aggressive opponents. Now, before we get started here, just let me say that yes, I know that I'm not using the screen overlay when capturing my game footage. When I try to use one, it gives my camera focus issues, and even when I lock the focus, I get a blooming effect. I've been told that a polarizing lens might fix this, but I haven't gotten around to experimenting with that, so watching this review, you're just gonna have to settle for what I think is still some of the best looking footage filmed off of a Vectrex screen on YouTube. I mean, come on, look at that! Alright, so without the overlay, let's get riding. Tour de France is a racing game based on the famous bicycle race of the same name. It'll be your task to outpace all of your opponents and enter history as a winner. It won't be easy though. When the race starts, push up on the joystick to start pedaling. At the bottom center of your screen, you'll see 3 lines that represent your gears. As you speed up or slow down, you'll need to change gears in order to get the most efficiency out of your bike. Shift up to a higher gear with the 3 button, and shift down with the 2 button. The gear that you're in will be the highlighted line down below. So if you ever find yourself thinking that you should be going faster, glance down here to check that you're in the right gear. Be careful though. The higher the gear, the faster you go, and the more difficult it is to control your bicycle. Adding to the difficulty is the fact that all this time you're holding up on the joystick while also steering with it. Trust me, every time you think you've got this thing under control, you don't. The movement feels like you're always just on the edge of disaster. It is very easy to fall over, even when there aren't any obstacles on the road. This is doubly difficult when there are other riders on screen, or what the game calls road hazards. Look at them though. Those are caltrops, and you cannot tell me any different. Some masochist thought it would be fun to toss loads of caltrops on the road during the Tour de France. Honestly, just getting down the track can be quite the challenge here. But that's not even the most difficult thing in the game. At the top left of the screen, we have some important information. First is your race timer, followed by what position you are in the race. Underneath that is a line that you will notice slowly shrinks. This is your stamina. Being a bicycle race, we're relying on pure muscle power to get us to the finish. And as such, every time you pedal, your stamina decreases. The faster you're pedaling, the faster you get tired. Especially if you're not in the right gear. As your stamina bar gets lower, your ability to move at speed will be diminished. As it gets critically low, a pulsing tone will start to sound as a warning that you need to replenish your strength immediately. Here's where the last technique you'll have to master comes into play. Your support team has left water bottles scattered throughout the course for you to replenish yourself with. If you see one on the side of the road, you have to maneuver yourself so that you ride up beside it and press the 4 button to hold out your hand and grab it. If you're successful, you'll hear a little chime sound and your stamina will be restored to full, allowing you to get back into the race. With the stamina element added, a slower, steady pace at the higher gears while coasting at times will help preserve your strength and give you the edge you need to win. Not that I can honestly say that I've done that myself. In fact, I'm not sure I did any better than 12th place in my gameplay footage. My best ever was 4th place. So yeah, I didn't even make the podium. Maybe I'll make it one day, but thankfully, no matter what position you place in, you still cross the finish line with a victory pose and a rousing rendition of La Marseillaise. And that's Tour de France for the Vectrex. So what did I think? Well, at first, I didn't really like it. Your control is precarious at the best of times, and especially when you first start playing, you're gonna fall. A lot. That said, like anything, the more you play, the better you get. And it does feel pretty great when you get a good run of a section of the track at high speed. Do I think it's a must-have? No. But given its history as an original game that was almost lost to time, I think it's worth giving a try if you get the chance. Nobody owns exclusive publishing rights to this, so you can get it from a few different vendors. But I can say with this version, the extra little additions also helped make it worth buying. I'm happy to have it in my collection. Thank you for watching my video, I hope you liked it, and thank you so much to my channel members. I appreciate your support so much. As always, my contact info is in the description, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.